Australia Cup winners Macarthur FC potentially banned from signing players for the next 3 transfer windows. This is a huge news story regarding two-time Australia Cup winners Macarthur FC. Of course, as we know, Dwight Yorke was the head coach of Macarthur a couple of years back now and parted ways pretty early on. There was a lot of talk and rumours about how that actually transpired and what actually went down. And we've got this article that has come out today from The Age. This comes from Riley Walter at The Age. It's linked in the description if you want to check out the article for yourself. But the headline here does not look good for the Bulls. It says FIFA bans Macarthur from signing players until Yorke is paid compensation. This is absolutely huge, especially for a small and growing club like Macarthur FC. The article reads, Macarthur FC will be banned from recruiting new players until the middle of 2026 unless the club pays former coach Dwight Yorke the hundreds of thousands of dollars of compensation an international court ruled he was owed after being sacked over a dressing room spray. The action taken on Wednesday by governing body FIFA prohibits the club from signing new players, including international players, until Yorke is paid close to $300,000 plus any applicable interest. This is a huge blow for Macarthur SC, and it doesn't seem to end with them. Obviously, we know all the controversy that happened with a few players at Macarthur FC at the back end of last season, and then this situation which has been unfolding for the last couple of months now. And the decision has been made by FIFA themselves. They have to pay the compensation to former head coach Dwight Yorke, or they risk a potential transfer ban for the next 3 transfer windows, which would be a huge blow. It would be an unprecedented thing in A-League football. Later on in the article, it is explained that Football Australia is required to implement the ban on the club, stopping it from recruiting at a national level. And it's going to be really interesting to see how much involvement Football Australia has in this situation, if any at all. I mean, we'll wait and see what happens in that department, whether the APL gets involved at all. We'll have to wait and see what sort of Macarthur FC do from this situation. And it's really disappointing and sad to see for this young and growing club, this developing club. There's already built some great memories. I mean, they've already won 2 Australia Cups. They've featured in the final series a couple times, and they've got some decent players at their club this season, hoping for a big year in the A-League. This is not what they wanted just over a week until the A-League kicks off. So hopefully the situation itself gets sorted out and Macarthur SC and Dwight Yorke can come to some sort of solution here. But it's really worrying times at the moment for Macarthur SC, and hopefully there is a path forward for all parties involved. But a huge piece of news regarding Macarthur SC and the A-League. There's obviously been a lot of talk around the Bulls since they were brought into the league 5 years ago now. I mean, the same thing with Western United in terms of, why were these locations chosen as new expansion sites? A lot of people question those clubs and whether they should even be in the A-League. And I think the important thing for the A-League to grow, for this competition to continue to grow, for football, domestic football to grow in this country, we can't keep having clubs fold. I mean, in order for a healthy league, you need to have these teams surviving and flourishing. And that's why, as someone who isn't personally a Macarthur SC fan, but a fan of the A-League, wants to see these new teams develop. There is a lot of potential in that area, Macarthur SC. And I do believe in the future they can become a really strong club in the A-League. But obviously it's been a really rocky start to their first few years in their existence, to have all these off-field situations going on. Credit to them for, winning the couple Australia Cups that they've done so already. I mean, that is a huge achievement for a club who's just 5 years old. They've already picked up 2 Australia Cups. As mentioned, they're featured in final series pretty regularly. They've been a pretty competitive team. Just the one season they did pick up the wooden spoon. But aside from that, they have been a really competitive team. I've brought some exciting names to the A-League. When we think back to that first season, the Spaniards Benyat and Shusayeta. They've got Valerie Germain at the club right now, former Ligue 1 striker. They've had some exciting players at the club. And obviously Dwight Yorke was a huge appointment for the club. And it's a real shame that didn't work out and that this situation has come to fruition. So hopefully it does get resolved. But a huge, huge piece of news for Macarthur SC, for the A-League. As mentioned, hopefully it does get sorted out. Hopefully this can get resolved and Macarthur SC can move forward from this. But it's really interesting considering that Macarthur SC might be in a position where they won't be able to sign players for the next few transfer windows. So that means they wouldn't be able to sign players until the pre-season heading into 2026, 27, a couple of years away now. So it'd be really fascinating to see what Macarthur SC do in that situation. But considering that the club is so small, still growing, you can't help but be worried about the situation of the club and what it looks like for them going forward. So what's your thoughts on this situation? How do you see this transpiring? Macarthur SC potentially banned from signing any players for the next 3 transfer windows, needing to pay compensation to Dwight Yorke. Hopefully we do see the situation resolved and everyone can move forward in the near future. But make sure to stay subscribed here to Coast Football to more A-League news. Of course, the kickoff of the A-League season is just around the corner. A ladder prediction video is out right now, so check that out on the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button on the way out. My name's Lockie, this is Coast Football, and I'll see you in the next one.